the facial from her fajitas.
Ooh.
Looks good. Elijah's curious too.
I thought this said it came with the wrap, not with brownies. I have to make sure it doesn't.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you've watched any of our more recent videos, you know that our family is kind of splitting time between two places right now. So the kids and I are predominantly in Mbale, and that's due to the location of the school where they're going to be attending. And David is spending the work week in the village, which is in Tororo district, where our fish and poultry farm is. And then he spends the weekends typically here with us in Mbale, or we head to the village. So with that being said, most of our videos here lately have been us here in Mbale doing kind of our day-to-day lives. It's not been that exciting, to be honest, because I'm a mom of 3 kids and most of the week is focused on doing school. So we thought we'd try something a little bit different this week. And so David is super busy at the farm all the time. And so filming is not something that he's typically super willing to take the time out to do because he's busy. But this week he has agreed to film some updates about what's going on at the farm. So we will be splitting this video this week into what's going on here with the kids and I in Mbale and what David's up to in the village. So let us know in the comments if you like us kind of trying to fill you in on what's going on in both places every week. I can't promise that that's something we're going to continue to do, but if you like it, it's something we can certainly talk about. So with that being said, enjoy today's video, and thanks as always for your support of our family.
Still got a nice view from the garden. The soybeans and maize. So far, 2 months. So almost everything is doing good.
I don't know if you can hear it in the background. The ice cream man is coming by. I would say the ice cream truck, but he doesn't have a truck. He has a bicycle with a cooler on the back. And he is playing Christmas as his music, or Santa Claus is coming to town. Can't even call it Christmas in July, seeing as how it's April here, but nonetheless, it's been cracking us up today. Now we're all singing Christmas carols. Well, it's been an interesting week so far. What is today? Today is Wednesday. For the last 2 days, we've had no water in our place here in Mbale. So, you want to say hi, Elijah?
Hello.
So, long story short, since we moved in here, the landlady had never provided us with an account number for the water company. And David said this past weekend, like Saturday or Sunday, oh, I really have to get with her and get the account number. Well, guess what? Monday afternoon, the water was shut off on our property here due to non-payment. And so today is Wednesday afternoon. The very good news is our landlady was able to finally just provide the account number. David paid the water bill. We're pretty sure it was, our water bill for the last 2 months, plus potentially some water bill that was still due from the last tenants that lived here because it was really high. So we will see what happens with that. But the good news is that we have paid the bill, and David has asked that they send someone, hopefully yet today. It's about, I think, 3:30 in the afternoon to reconnect our water. So fingers crossed. Thankfully, we had some jerry cans filled with water because, of course, water shortage can be an issue in Mbale. So we did, have our backup plan. And so we have been jerry canning it up for the last couple of days. So it will be really nice to get back to having running water in this space. Those who don't know what a jerry can is, this is a jerry can. Of course, it's just a jug. Looks kind of like a gas can that people in the US would use, but it's clean. It doesn't have gas or anything in it. So it has water in it, as you can see there. This is not particularly super clean water because it's from an outdoor tap that's nearby, but it's been doing the shot for the last couple of days to help us, boil, do dishes, things like that. We don't drink this water, so you don't have to worry about that. But we have been getting by as we await for our running water to return to us. But you can see here, this is our water cooler. So that's the water we drink, bottled water. So don't have a panic about that. So we're excited to have our water back. I would be remiss if I didn't say that the minor inconvenience of us not having running water in the house for 2 days is absolutely nothing in comparison to so many amazing folks that I know in Uganda, and frankly other people throughout the world that walk miles every day to access water. Oftentimes, it's not even clean water. And so I certainly don't want to have what I said be construed as complaining, because I'm so grateful for our access to clean water, which we normally always have. It's a minor inconvenience for us, but frankly, having access to water is an everyday concern for so many people around the world. So I just wanted to make sure that I called that out, because I am hyper aware of how fortunate we are.
So initially when we said we had bought land for my brothers to plant some rice, so we found that some of the areas we could plant soybeans and corn. So I think because we had some water, so we got like some stunt growth around. So, but this is all what we planted, and then we left some area for some rice because there's wetland around, so there was a place to plant soybeans and corn, and then there's a space to plant some rice. So far the soybeans are doing really nice. So when you look at it, and there's where there's water where they planted maize, and because of the water they have like some stunted growth. So, and then the rice, my brothers planted some rice, and then the last 3 days there was some increase of water pressure, so there's some water, but the rice still looks nice. So all that side. And then that's all the soybeans are doing really well down here. And the rice is doing good, apart from the water coming in, and it's kind of like in the middle, swallowing some rice. But it should be able to disappear within maybe 3 days or 4 days. At the trial batch, like, we're trying to do the attempt. So this is the first batch. If you saw the last video a couple of weeks ago, so this is about 7 weeks now. And so far they look so good and healthy. They're growing well, eating. So you can look at them. We're trying to get them out, stretch their legs and move around, and so you can see at 7 weeks they're doing really, really good. And then we also brought up, I think we have another one for about 10 days so far. So this is the new batch, about 10 days old, and they're doing really, really well. So these are coilers. So we're trying to see how they grow, and guys are learning how to take care of them. So far we're on the right track.
Good morning, everyone. Today is now Thursday, and guess what? Yesterday, I spoke too soon. Here's what we're dealing with. So, as I mentioned yesterday, the landlady was finally able to give our account number. She got it from the water company, which was wonderful. We paid the water bill. The plumber came and switched back on the water line. Water came out of the kitchen tap, but here's the bathroom tap. This is how the bathrooms are, the toilets, and the shower. So we're gonna need a plumber again because the bill's been paid, but still no water. Whoever suggested getting powdered milk from the store to make like coffee drinks. Wow. Thank you for the suggestion. Great idea. I always have coffee. That's what we're drinking right now, but I decided to get the things to make a cafe mocha at home. So some cocoa, powdered milk, and coffee. And here's what I made this morning from here at home. It's delicious. And it cost me a whole lot less than trying to get one of these at the coffee shop here in town. So thank you all for the suggestions. Here's what a typical morning looks like for us. School days for the kiddos. Breakfast time for me while I monitor the process. Here we go. All right. Update from earlier, of course. As I mentioned, we were still going to need to have the plumber come because the water, even when we had paid the bill, wasn't coming back on in the toilets or the shower. So the plumber did come, and check this out. You might not think this is a big deal, but I will tell you, we have never had water pressure this good, ever, since we've lived in this place. So we're so thankful for the plumber. He did an amazing job, and we're really excited to have great pressure for the first time.